What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. And today's video we do have a meta squad builder. I wanted to do a higher budget this time because everyone's got the top tier players and everyone's got the budget now. It's actually quite easy to make money this year. But before I do get on to that, I just want to say this video is sponsored by, can you guess who it's sponsored by? It's sponsored by myself because I have no sponsors. But yes, this video is sponsored by my FIFA School Series. If you do want to get better at FIFA, you come join my FIFA School. As I said, come join for 1 month. You don't get better at the game, I'll refund your money. That is how sure I am. We got hundreds of videos all the way from Road Division. In fact, we got some new videos uploaded today about the jockey, which is going to be patched. I'm sure you guys know about that patch, about the jockey patch is going to come out. But I've already predicted the future and I've already made videos on that. So before next week even happens, you can see those videos on my channel. Of course, got the Road to Division 10 to Elite Division. We're going to finish that this next week. I think we're going to finish that. And we've got 200 other videos, loads of other videos about attack patterns, etc., all on my channel. The link is down below in the description if you want to get access to my FIFA School Series on patreon.com/NealGuides. But back to the video. So we want to go with a squad builder. We wanted to go with a meta squad builder on a higher budget because I know people have got the money. So these are players that I'm going to pick that I know are truly meta. So you're going to see some players that you'll see on a very common basis. Players like Neymar. They are definitely going in the team because he's still one of the best attackers in the game, period. Even though he's been nerfed from last year, he's still one of the best cards in the game. The best cams. I use him in striker with a finisher. You can put a hunter on him as well. A tremendously good card. I'm sure everyone knows how good he is already. He speaks for himself. 5-star, 5-star, top tier GL balance. I think it's the composure that really makes him. I think until they nerf that composure, I think he's still going to be very much a meta card. Now another card I wanted to get is Mr. Martial, because Martial is known to be a top tier card. Now I packed him. And it was Christmas Day. I'll never forget. I thought, you know what, let me open a promo pack and let me just pack him. And I had him and I thought, you know what, I'll keep him because it's Christmas Day. I packed him, kind of just maybe just a bit of luck. And I thought, you know what, let me just keep him in my team. I've been skeptical about him. Now, I'll be honest, he scored more goals than games played. I basically give out 3 wins when I finish my weekend league. That's why he's got like 50 more games than normal. So realistically, he's getting about 1.5 to 2 goals per game. It's fantastic. 5-star weak foot. It really puts a difference on his card. Now, I think with a finisher, he's a really good card. His dribbling is not Neymar liquid style, but he's still a top tier card. One of the best shooters in the game, I think, generally speaking, one of the best shooters. I don't think he's at Eusebio length, but I think just this card in particular, try him in shooting, he's actually so good that I've not got rid of him. So although I was quite skeptical in the beginning, it might be one of the few cards that I've ever said I'm skeptical with. I mean, his stats are meta. He's always a meta card, but I've always wanted a liquid moving left stick dribbler, a Ben Yedder, the Neymars. Always found him. I found him like not the Neymar dribbling, but not a Ronaldo clunky, kind of in the middle is where I found him. But he's still a fantastic card, and he's got the physicality as well. And then how we're going to link those two together, we're going to put, of course, the GOAT Mr. Ben Yedder in. Now, the idea behind this formation is I want every single player up front to have a 5-star weak foot, period. Because I think when you're going for a meta team, everyone has to have a 5-star weak foot. You don't compromise. You always want to build a top-heavy team, and the best way you do that is, of course, with 5-star weak foots. And Ben Yedder is still one of the best cards in the game as well. He's the kind of the Martial with the GL balance. With a hunter, top-tier card, put him in striker. Lacks the 5-star skill moves, but he does have the 5-star weak foot, which I do think is the most important. So you've got 2 4-star 5-stars, and then you've got 2 5-star 5-stars. You're going to see the other attack in a second. So when it comes to the defensive shape, we have gone with the Marvi. I think a Marvi is one of the better cards you can really get in this FIFA. You can go with the other guy, but he's too expensive. If you want, you can go with the other left back from League 1. But Marvi is a very, very cheap card, and he keeps the card in budget. Otherwise, you can go with that guy being with C. I quickly just tell you his name right now, but you can go with that card as well if you want to. But the reason why I went with Marvi is just because he's very cost effective. You're talking about only a couple of K. But otherwise, you can go with Delane, which is 108k. Delane is better than this card, but Marvi gets the job done, keeps the budget under check. 5-star weak foot as well, high and medium. Put a shadow on him, and you got one of the best left backs, good agility and balance as well. And then when we do move it along to the defensive phases, we can go over to the centre back. We've gone with Kimpembe. Now again, yes, I would prefer a fullback and centre back approach, but just to keep everyone happy, we have gone with Kimpembe. We're appealing to the masses now. NealGuides now appealing to the masses. So we're going to expect. No, I'm joking that. But we're just going with fullbacks just because I was still go with fullbacks myself, but I know everyone is skeptical about them, and I think the more skeptical they are, I figured out it better is for us because at least that way they won't nerf it next year. Alongside, we put on Marquinhos. I would consider going with Klaus and Kimpembe actually. If you're going to use a fullback approach, maybe Kimpembe and Klaus or Koza. But we're going to go with Marquinhos here, one of the best centre backs in the game. If you can get the upgraded version, get the upgraded version, and then that puts us together with the green link, or the golden links I like to call it, with Mr. Donnarumma, the best goalkeeper in the game, period. Not a shadow of a doubt behind that. Then for the right mid, we have gone with Mr. Tecatito. I don't think people understand. I mean, I keep laughing, honestly. I genuinely keep laughing because a lot of these guys, like I see teams here that are 100k, 200k teams, and they haven't got this guy in. I'm just thinking, what are people doing? If you have this card? I think I have him in my team. I don't know how I can actually get him here. But if you have this card in should I say, in your team, you don't have this card in your team, I don't know what you're doing. This guy is so good. The fact he was 15k, he's gone up to 25k now. You're talking about one of the best cards in the game for 25k. And for some reason, we have a bunch of fairies not using him. Now, I cannot believe this. I've seen squad builders without this card in. This is the cheap Neymar, okay? If you can't afford Neymar, you use this card. Don't listen to what anyone else tells you. I can't believe people are saying this card's not good. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm using him on all my squads, all my accounts. He's a fantastic card. Can play striker, cam, left mid, right mid. Put Hunter on him, 5-star, 5-star. And in some aspects, he's better than Neymar. He does have the higher aggression. But he does have the better finishing, and he's got the composure. So you can actually play in striker alongside Neymar, or you can play on the wing. I mean, I still can't believe people are saying he's not a good card. If you've got a team under 1 million coins and you haven't got him on the right-hand side, and you got someone like Messi instead of him, I don't know what you're doing. I honestly don't know what you're doing. But anyway, that is that. We've gone with Manafa. His Champions League card has gone down greatly in price. And that is why I purchased him just yesterday. I purchased him, I think, because Porto lost to Milan, or they drew to him, whatever, or they're out because, of course, Atletico. And I think, who's the other team they're going to get through? Let's double check. Atletico Madrid. Let's have a look at the Champions League table. Liverpool, sorry, how could I forget? Yes, Liverpool. He's gone to about 28k now. A very, very good card. He was 50, gone to 28, and I don't think he'll go maybe 10k less. You won't lose too much. Put a shadow on him, and he's very good to go. And that leaves us with the centre mids. Of course, who we're going to put in? We are going to go and put in Mr. Kante, because he still stands one of the best CDMs in the game. If you've got the money, I'll definitely go with the likes of Guendouzi, I would say. But just because we have, I wanted one defensive staying back, one going forward. So we're going with Kante. But if you're short on the budget, you can go with Savanier, which is 100k cheaper. And then that links us to Mr. Claude Maurice. But again, if you've got the money here, of course, you can go with Guendouzi, which will take the price a bit more, but I think it's quite obtainable for someone who's got 2 million coins, because you'll have about near about anyway. Mr. Claude Maurice, one of the top tier cards. Now, to be completely honest, if you want to save some more coins, of course you go with a defensive variation. Do not go with a physical variation. I know he's got better stamina, but go with a better defensive version, especially because he's got medium work rates. You want to get that defensive awareness up. To save some coins, what you can do is you can actually trade one of these guys for Alessandrini. So if you want to, you can put Alessandrini to the Martial and bring the cost down to 1.5 million. There you go, 1.5 million coins, squad builder. So how does it look in game for chemistry? You can see here we got full chemistry. Excuse the amount of tabs I've opened. 100 chemistry, everything's fine. Everyone's on chemistry, no one's off chemistry. Actually, a very rare addition for me to have no one off chemistry. It's kind of like a very rare situation. So we're going to go through the cycles. The 4-2-2 or 4-4-2. Don't forget, 4-2-2, 4-4-2 is basically the same thing in theory in terms of positioning wise. Anyway, Kante, Guendouzi, or Claude Maurice there, Neymar, Tecatito on a wing, and Martial. And to be honest, you can do whatever you want. I'll be honest. You could just swap these guys around. I mean, I would even consider maybe saying Neymar and Ben Yedder, Martial on a wing. It's up to you, really. But I think Martial, Ben Yedder is definitely the way to go if we're talking about a 5-2-1-2, which is my favourite formation and definitely be the most meta formation coming soon. I would probably say you're better off subbing someone off here. Now, the question is who goes off. It's a bit of a tough one. I would say Tecatito, he's got the 92 stamina, so you can play on the wing back. You can leave it like this, or maybe it's worth putting... I would prefer Marvio as a wing back, but you can go like this. This is probably the best way of doing it, and I'll leave it like that. You can always sub off a Marvio if you want to. Go get someone like Atal and get the job done. 3-5-2, a very, very similar format. A bit of a complicated one. You have too many players to choose from. If anything, I think you're spoilt for choice, especially with that system. I would probably lean towards... It's a tough one. One is either Neymar's too good at cam, so it's Tecatito. You're spoilt for choice, really. Either one is completely fine. I'll definitely go Kimpembe, leave on the left-hand side because he does have the left foot, so you can make the left foot to pass, of course, to the left-hand side. We're going to go to the 4-2-3-1. Again, sport for choice. It's a tough one again. This is harder than a squad build. It's actually deciding who goes where. I think Neymar has to go cam. I think this is the way that I would line up if it was up to me. That's the way that I will do it. And the 4-1-2-1-2. Now you're going to ask who drops in the middle. I think realistically, if we're talking about someone that drops in the middle, I would want someone that can play as a box-to-box. So what I'll do is Tecatito, I would probably dash there just because he's got the aggression and he's got the stamina, and I put him on get forward and he can play that role very, very well. 4-3-1-2, the exact same thing except for Kante to be brought up centre mid as opposed to the central centre mid as opposed to CDM. And that is probably the main formations. I think we have the 4-3-2-1 again, same thing. Tecatito could be on the left, and I would say something like that. But honestly, you're absolutely sport for choice when it comes to this team. But that is, of course, the 2 million coin squad builder. I mean, if you do have the amount of coins, you can very much make this squad. It does come in about 1.8 on Xbox or 2.2 on PS. We've rounded up to 2 million. Of course, you can sell Kante if you want to, and you could reduce the price. You can sell Martial, make it 1.5 million, or you could just sell Kante, get 7 near instead, and you bring it down to 2 million as a whole. And you can always downgrade on Mr. Manafa. But that is pretty much the squad builder. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, of course, my FIFA School Series, patreon.com/NealGuides. Link is down below in the description for more information on my Patreon series to fix. Try to be ahead of the curve with the assisted jockeying stuff, and I'll explain to you the different types of jockeying types. But link is down below in the description for that full hour video explaining that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take these, of course. I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.